If you've watched our show for any length of time, you know it's much more about location, about where to catch fish than how to catch them. And this week is no different. We're taking you to a place that's not only a great destination for hardcore fishermen, but it's also a great family vacation destination. Lots of fun things to do for your kids, all the rest of the family. Glad you're along with us. The next half hour is going to be a lot of fun. We'll tell you all about it because Fox Sports Outdoors is on the air right now.
You're watching the only program with weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southeast region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
Hey everybody, glad to have you along with us for this week's show. We travel all over the Southwest and Southeast regions, bringing you the best fishing that there is. And today, we're coming to you from one of the most diverse fisheries that I know of. Many times, we tell you when it's a guy trip, a place where it's pretty much all just about the fishing. But on today's location, we're bringing you a fun hotspot where you can take the entire family, yes, have a good fishing vacation, but also have plenty of things to do, lots of beach time, fun activities for the whole family. We're coming to you from Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. It is one of the most fun places that we fish. And on today's show, we're going to be joined out on Mobile Bay by Captain Patrick Garmison. He guides on this body of water and on this ecosystem every day. He stays on top of all the variety, the species of fish, you name it, they swim in this area. Not sure what we're going to catch today, but we're probably going to be targeting speckled trout. While we're doing that, we're taking you around the region for your latest fishing reports from our expert team of Insider Reporters. Glad you're along with us today. As you can see, we've got the beautiful Mako 21 LTS with the 150 Mercury 4-stroke hanging on the back of it, fully loaded, ready to get out in Mobile Bay. So right now, let's get this started back at the FSN studios. Here's your weekend planner.
The Salooner tables are forecasting fair game fishing conditions for both days this weekend. Peak morning activity looks to start around sunrise, while the best evening times to be on the water should begin at 6:49 Saturday and 7:39 Sunday. The sun will rise at 6:30 and set at 8:36. In evenings will be lit by a moon that is 62% visible. We're coming right back with fishing updates from around the area. And I'll return with Bass Master Angler O.T. Fears to answer your Ask the Pro question for this week. Stay with us.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Lew's, fueled by passion, driven by innovation. Feel the difference. Jean LaRue Bass Baits and Bobby Garland Crappie Baits, the leaders in soft plastic lures innovation. And Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Champions aren't born, they're made.
I want you to look how fat that fish is. Look how wide it is.
Got him, Barry.
Here we go.
Got something.
Good start right there.
That'll be a little redfish.
Well, we've made it out.
Oh, that's a trout. Nice trout.
Nice trout. Holy cow. Look
shrimp,
at that.
That shrimp was hammered dead.
Come up here. All right, look at that. Look at that. Well, as you can see, you want to get him loose, and I want to explain something. Look right here behind us. While he's getting this fish loose, see the little gazebo and the little rock point right there? This is a perfect setup. We've got a transition area here. You've got big wind blowing out of the east right around that point. We're on the back side of it, so it's dead calm, perfectly protected in here. Muddy water all out in that wind. We're gonna let this fish go back. See you there, buddy. So you got all that muddy chocolate milk looking water and then clean, clear water right here. And we're fishing that transition. Little rock jetty comes out and you've got moving water, current, transition between ugly water and nice, clean, clear water. And that seems to be right where those fish are. And obviously that's why you came here, right?
Yeah. Well, when I saw the wind forecast, I knew we were going to be really isolated as to where we were going to be able to fish and stay protected and have good water, and all of it just comes together right here today.
Here's fishing and lake reports from where you live.
This part of the program is brought to you by Visit Jacksonville. Northeast Florida offers great fishing, family-fun beaches, top restaurants and resorts that are easy to get to, and offer outdoor fun for everyone. So come on, visit Jacksonville.
Well, there's been a lot of sharks caught along the coast this year, really big fish. Some are of record size. And recently at the Mississippi Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo out of Biloxi, a bull shark weighing 277 pounds set a new Mississippi state record. It was worth $20,000 to the angler from Mobile who'd gone over to fish that event. Plenty of other big sharks being caught. There was some dolphin, wahoo, tuna, lots of big fish being caught along the Gulf of Mexico now when anglers can get way offshore, primarily around the floater type rigs, although some of those big sharks are caught closer inshore. I was talking to Captain Robert Brody over in Biloxi. He says bad weather has kind of churned up the water, and it's also made it difficult to get live bait for fishing, but he's still catching good numbers of black drum, lots of black drum and some redfish, using dead baits on the bottom, and he's using some croaker to catch trout. In Alabama, Captain Patrick Garmison out of Dauphin Island is saying much the same thing. The key is to look for clear water. He's trying to fish Dauphin Island, the lee sides of it, and also the lee shore of Fort Morgan Peninsula. He's doing best free-lining live pogies, croakers, and shrimp under popping corks. In southeast Georgia, flounder fishing has gotten quite good inshore. That big push of flounder, they're still waiting for it, which will happen in the fall, but there's a lot of good fish around the inlets, particularly at the mouth of the St. Mary's River along the jetties. Well, that's it for the coast. Get out in the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
This week's Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi Freshwater Fishing Report is sponsored by Southern Saltwater Fly Fishing Magazine. This destination-oriented e-zine covers the great saltwater action on the South Atlantic and Gulf Coast from Maryland to Texas and the Caribbean Islands. Subscriptions are free at www.southernsaltflyfishing.com. Now, there's no doubt that we're in the midst of summer in the South now as the days are hot and humid. We've got that ever-present chance of an afternoon thunder shower. That means finding and feeding fish takes a lot of guesswork. On Georgia's West Point Lake, the schools of hybrid bass are chasing pods of shad on the surface right now from about daybreak to noon. A good tactic for catching them is to slowly motor from the mouth of Yellow Jacket Creek down to the dam on this 25,900 acre reservoir. When you spot those fish on the top, move in and throw a topwater bait or a swim bait to them. Try to stay just ahead of that school to make that action last longer. In Alabama, Holt Lake between Birmingham and Tuscaloosa on the Black Warrior River is giving up some good blue catfish right now. The best bait is cut shad, and you want to be fishing in the deep holes of the old river channel. Down in Mississippi, the largemouth bass fishing is good this week on the Pascagoula River. You can fish in the main channel or in the connected oxbows, but either way, look for those fish around wood structure. Soft plastics and spinner baits thrown around this cover should draw some strike.
Double trout at the same time. Can you believe that? He's got it. Got it, got it, got it. Got a fish on. Boy, he is really fighting me. There he comes. All right, that's a good trout right there. How about that? There we go. All right, there's a nice trout for you. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we've made a major switch right now. As you can see, we're not up against that rock point anymore. We're kind of out here in the middle and we're doing something really cool, and it's a go-to deal. All right, got it out? All right. It's one of the go-to tactics for a guide like Patrick Garmison here. Nice trout, but we're not keeping him today, so away he goes. Glad to see you. Swim away, there you are. Releasing him today. So we've moved, and in fact, you can see just over Patrick's right shoulder, see all those poles out there. We've moved to an artificial reef. And Patrick, why don't you explain quickly what these are? What is it that we're fishing out here in open water?
Okay, so this is old structure. This is old pier that has been out here for a long time, and Marine Resources came out and enhanced it with limestone, concrete to attract more fish, more bait fish, and that sort of thing.
And you said that these things are scattered all around this entire ecosystem,
yep,
all around the bay.
All the way around the bay, and Alabama Marine Resources put a map out, and I would highly recommend anybody that's going to come down here and learn this stuff that they check that out and they can have a better understanding of what they're actually fishing.
So you're looking at the web address right there on your screen. A lot of fun. The wind's finally letting us offshore just a little bit. Time to get you some more fishing and lake reports from your local area.
You won't catch me on the water when I'm not wearing my Coquetat PFD. Whether I'm in my Jackson kayak or I'm in my Skeeter bass boat, I trust all my safety and comfort needs to Coquetat. Check them out online at coquetat.com. They make tons of styles and they've got something to suit your needs. Hey guys, welcome to the report for Tennessee and Kentucky. You know, the fishing's really good here right now. Let me tell you what I would do if I were you and I were coming to this region. Number one would be bass fish at night. It's something that's very popular locally, and if I'm gonna go bass fishing at night in Tennessee and Kentucky, I'm gonna go to either Lake Cumberland, Center Hill, or Dale Hollow. I'm gonna throw a black spinnerbait, and I'm gonna throw on dark nights with not much of a moon, I'm gonna throw a black blade, and on nights where you have a lot of a moon, I'm gonna throw a chrome blade or a gold blade, and just fish those banks that transition from shallow to deep. They like gravel and chunk rock, and you could follow that spinnerbait up with a black and blue jig and trailer or a black and blue tube. Otherwise, I'm gonna get my Jackson kayak out right now and I'm gonna go fish some of the smaller rivers or smaller bodies of water. If you get on rivers like, say the Harpeth River in Middle Tennessee or many of the other rivers in the Tennessee and Kentucky region, you're gonna get to fish some cooler water, some flowing water, some water that those big boats can't get to. There's a lot of fish and it's a lot of fun. Crappie are biting okay still on Kentucky Lake out deep. The bluegill bite on Reelfoot's really good right now. It's still a good time to be here and fish. We'd love to see you on the water. God bless.
You got a hit?
Yeah, I just got a hit. There he is.
You just pull back on those pokies. You don't really set the hook, do you?
Because you got those treble hooks.
I got one too. We got doubles.
Whose is bigger? Oh, mine's a good one.
Yeah, we got. You're gonna net your own, and then I got another one coming in here, but he doesn't feel very big. Yeah. All right, we have got a trout bonanza going on right now. This is a smaller one, but it's trout. Let's just get them both in the net.
Oh, what a mess we're gonna have. That's a good mess to have right there.
All right, let's get these out of here. Double trout at the same time. Can you believe that? All right, there's two nice speckled trout for you right there. It's gotten tougher, and we've gone to live pogies. He threw a cast, Patrick brought his cast net, threw a cast net, scooped up about 20 live pogies. We're just putting them on a free line treble hook, and we got a couple of nice ones right there. I'm gonna turn that smaller one loose. There goes the second one. Catch your breath there, buddy. I told you at the beginning of the show that the Gulf Shores Orange Beach place is the spot to bring your family. This is not just a guide trip. So here's the thing. There is so much to do. In addition to booking a guide trip with Patrick, you can take your family. They got great beaches here. The Gulf State Park is here, and it is one of the best state parks that I've ever been to. Show you a couple of quick shots. My wife and I took a 15-mile bike ride yesterday all the way around the perimeter of this park. Very diverse terrain, beautiful scenery, got alligators in the lakes there. It's just eagles, got bald eagles. Just a great thing to do. Fantastic restaurants. You cannot beat the fresh seafood here. And if you're looking for accommodations, the top-notch, best place I've ever seen to stay is where we're staying at Turquoise Place by Spectrum Resorts. It's right on the beach, voted the #1 hotel in Alabama by Travel and Leisure. Luxury accommodations starting at 2,700 square feet with 3 bedrooms and up. World-class amenities including floor-to-ceiling views, sub-zero refrigerators, Wolf ovens, wine coolers, gas fireplaces, large Gulf front balconies overlooking the beach with an outdoor kitchen and a hot tub in every unit. They've got tennis courts, swimming pools everywhere, a lazy river. They offer the clean bed guarantee that provides a laundry duvet with every guest arrival, so you know everything in that unit is spick and span. Check out Turquoise Place by Spectrum Resorts at the web address that you're looking at on your screen.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Motor Guide Trolling Motors. Motor Guide, because accuracy matters. Lowrance Electronics, celebrating 60 years of fish finding excellence. Find, navigate, dominate. And Excite Technologies, powering the world forward.
Yeah. Oh, get in that net. Get in that net. Get in that net. Look at this.
There he is, Barry. I got another one.
Man, we got these fish. We got them going now.
They're getting fired up. It's crazy how long it took them to get going, but we got them going.
Yeah, we've been fishing today for several hours. Went several hours without a bite. This artificial reef right here is really holding a bunch of fish.
Yeah, and it seems like the bite's getting better as we go. Yeah, it's another good one.
Yeah. Oh, get in that net. Get in that net. Get in that net. Look at this. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are having a blast now at Orange Beach in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And I'm playing net boy for Captain Patrick Garmison, and we're catching some of those. Look at that beautiful trout.
Look at that one.
Oh, boy, he just slapped the camera. Way to go, man. Some nucks. Good trout. Well, see you.
There we go.
Good Lord. You didn't get all the fight.
Still green when he hit the net.
Well, I want to do a couple of things here. We're going to give you the contact information for Patrick if you'd like to book a guide trip with him. And also, Patrick, a quick word about something really interesting going on here. They're raising these oysters here in these artificial oyster farms in suspended baskets up off the bottom, and they're these real high-end oysters. What's up with that?
Yeah, so it's become a real big business. We had a big problem with oyster drill, which is something that was actually killing the oysters and really damaging our oyster reefs. So they've been experimenting with this to try to rebound the oyster population, the oyster market here in our area. And not only is it providing big business for the people that are investing in it, but it really provides great habitat for the fish.
Let's get you some fishing and lake reports from where you live right now.
Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas Report, this week brought to you by the Dead Dog Saloon. I say it every week, but if you're in the Carolinas and the Grand Strand, make sure you stop by the Merle's Inlet Marsh Walk and check out our location, where here it's always about the food, the view, and the music, and we're open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come by. But I'll tell you what, this week we're going to talk about salt water, and I'll tell you what, the dog days of summer here, the water temperatures are hot, the fish are getting lethargic, and it's going to be tough over the next couple weeks, but flounder are just like bass. They're going to be looking for coverage, they're going to look for shaded areas, and they're going to look for a great, easy meal. Get out and do some bass fishing in the inlets. Target those docks just like you would bass over in your lake or river, and do the same thing. A jig head with a gulp shrimp works great. Voodoo shrimp work wonderfully. You can find some big fish this time of the year shooting those docks and looking for those flounder. Also, the offshore side of things are slowing down. That water temperature is warm, but back inshore a little bit in that 80, 90, and 100 foot of water, the bottom fish is on fire right now. Squid, cigar minnows, and Spanish sardines are going to fill your cooler with some incredible fish right now. The vermilion snapper, the triggerfish, we got the grouper bite is really good. We're coming out of this full moon, and the bite is going to be hot. Get out there and have a great time. This has been your Carolinas Report, brought to you by the Dead Dog Saloon. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
Be sure to join Fox Sports Outdoors again next week, Thursday night at 6, or catch the repeat airing Sunday morning at 8:30. And you can always watch the latest episode in full HD on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Plus, catch up on all past episodes by clicking the archive button. And see lots of our how-to and product videos by selecting the how-to button. Join our online fishing community. Just click the like button on our Facebook page for access to daily posts with lots of fishing news, videos, and frequent giveaways. And stay up to date with all the latest fishing information and photos by following our Twitter feed. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Tracker Boats. It's more than a boat, it's a tracker. Mercury Marine, go boldly. And Costa Sunglasses, see what's out there.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Ask the Pro question, your chance for advice from professional anglers. This week, Shane writes, I'm having trouble getting schooling fish to hit my lure. Any suggestions? For the answer, we asked Bassmaster Angler O.T. Fears.
You know, oftentimes people ask a question about how do I catch schooling fish, having difficult time catching, getting them to bite. What they're doing is feeding on smaller bait than what you're throwing. I like to match the hatch, whether it's a spinner bait or a crankbait or a topwater. I'll usually put a small trailer of some kind on there, or a drop, what we call a drop line, on a top water with a jig or some small bait, that small grub or whatever you might want to throw, it just gets you a lot more bites when you match the hatch.
Thank you, OT. If you have a question to ask one of the pros, simply visit our website, follow the Ask the Pro link, and let us know. Now let's see which big fish picture wins someone a new pair of sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week.
We are all ready for someone to win a free pair of brand new Costa sunglasses of their choice in this week's Costa Catch of the Week contest. Here's this week's winner. He's Jerry North of Three-Way, Tennessee, showing a 7-pound, 9-ounce largemouth bass he caught at Gibson County Lake in Tennessee. If you'd like to be our next winner, go to our website, foxsportsoutdoors.com, click in the Costa Catch of the Week box on the right side of the homepage and follow the instructions to send us your big fish photo. And you can see all of the Costa frame and lens styles by going back to our homepage, clicking on the Costa logo. You'll see all of the frame styles there and the lens styles in all the various colors, including the fantastic sunglasses I was wearing on this week's episode. This pair is called Trevally. On our gear segment, I just want to mention one piece of genius by our guide, Patrick Garmison. Everything shut down midday. We weren't catching any trout, not getting any bites. We were fishing those artificial reefs. He pulled off through a cast net one time, got about 20 pogies, went right back in there, free line those on a number 8 treble hook, and we whacked nice trout after nice trout. There's what a pogie looks like. Keep your cast net handy in the boat with you. It could make all the difference in the world on these artificial reefs. A few years ago, I did a little Stuff That Matters feature I called The River. For many folks, life is like a river, always taking the path of least resistance, going with the flow, never bucking up against anything difficult. However, the most successful people in life do not fear difficult things. 3 keys. Number 1, you've got to care. You've got to give a ripometer that actually works. Number 2, you've got to make the best choice, even if the best choice is not the easiest one. And number 3, you've got to be willing to put in the work, the effort, do a little battle, and come up against those trying, difficult times. Those are the people who can be the most successful in life. And in closing, I'd like to give you the contact information one more time for Patrick Garmison, our charter captain, our guide who was on the Mako boat with us today. Did a great job. That's his website and his phone number and everything you'll need right on the screen. Also, if you're looking for a great place to stay, bring the family, bring several families, have a big outing right on the beach. Turquoise Place by Spectrum Resorts is your luxury condominium right on Orange Beach, Alabama. So there's all the contact information. Give them a call for all your reservation needs. Come on down, bring everyone. It's a great party, family time, and a great place to go fishing as well. From Orange Beach and Gulf Shores, until next week, I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.